Hi guys, so today we'll go over two trades that I took yesterday. So one is the break-even one from London session and one is the win from New York session. So in London session I actually had an incorrect bias, so I'll show you guys right now. And then in New York I corrected my bias. So starting on the daily, this was our candle from yesterday, right here. So one of the reasons why I had a short bias initially was because we had this liquidity sweep right here. So I was expecting it to be some sort of liquidity sweep, then just going down. And I understand that this candle from the day before yesterday was a bullish candle. What I thought was just that we had a liquidity sweep and now we're going up to an order block within there and then going down. So that's my initial thought, and we'll see why I'm wrong later. Something to note was I was taking note of this, how it respected this fair value gap, but I thought this narrative was more correct since we had a liquidity sweep. So 4-hour order block that I marked out from yesterday, I thought we had 4-hour, then we went down, rebalanced this, and then we're going up to go into this order block and continue to go down. That's my initial thought. Then as we go down to the 1-hour right here, even if we don't go all the way down, I thought we could just come down to rebalance because there's like all fair value gaps down here as well. So that's why I had more reasons for a short. And then going down to the 5-minute, we can see we didn't actually sweep Asian session highs before I took that short. So Asian session highs are here. We actually didn't sweep it because we had an SMT with GU, so this went down, but in GU it went up. So I thought since it's in an SMT, that's fine. And then I looked for a 5-minute fair value gap. We re-entered it, so I took a short there, and then we had a break even there. And then so the correct bias would have been, if you can see, so as I mentioned on the daily, we got that fair value gap that we filled right here, 4-hour as well. And then 4-hour again, we have another fair value gap right here as we're heading up. We created another fair value gap, and we did actually tap into that 4-hour fair value gap. So that could have been our high time frame POI, is that 4-hour fair value gap, and that 1-hour order block as well. So we have this 1-hour order block right here that we tapped into along with the 4-hour fair value gap. And then on the 5-minute, so after going down into that 1-hour order block and that 4-hour fair value gap, we went up, no fair value gap was created there, went down again, had a stop run, and then 5-minute fair value gap right there. So could have been a long right here, targeting Asian session highs. So that's the one that I showed in my thumbnail. So something like this, 1 to 2 risk to reward. So that should have been the trade for Asian session. As you guys can see, it was a perfect AMD again. It was a accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So, and in New York session, what I tend to trade is distribution. So if we get that perfect AMD, then I take the New York trade. After that break even, I recognize that we have this model right here, but it was already like there, so I didn't actually enter because I didn't want to enter late. I just continued looking at the charts, and when we went to New York session, we had a 1-hour fair value gap, as you guys can see right here. So after this manipulation, we were already here, and we had this 1-hour fair value gap created right here, so I marked it out, this one as the 1-hour fair value gap. And then if we head down to the 5-minute, all I need for New York is just for it to re-enter into that higher time frame POI, which is usually a 30-minute or a 1-hour fair value gap, and show a clear rejection. So it re-entered into that. We had a 5-minute fair value gap created right there, and it re-entered it, so I entered right there. Stops below that low and targeting a 4-hour high, targeting this high right here. And that was the New York session trade. It's just literally a higher time frame POI and then clear rejection off of it and that. But obviously I need to have that, overall picture of like a clear draw on liquidity right here that we want to take out, this market trend going up, and that accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. If all that is present, then I'll take that New York trade. That's usually what I like to see. So it doesn't really matter if I missed out on that London trade. Like, I had a wrong bias, and that's like, it happens. There was a lot of support for a bullish bias, but there was also a lot of support for bearish bias. So in times like this, a loss is fine. I did follow all my rules of, like, we had that 4-hour as a higher time frame POI, we got SMT, we got a clear draw on liquidity, which is to rebalance into that fair value gap. So we had sort of reasons why I took that short, so it's not out of impulse. So that's fine for me to take that loss. Although one thing I should pay more attention to is just market structure, because market structure is obviously bullish and not bearish yet. So that was one thing that the 4 hour we actually tapped into that fair value gap, but I actually didn't realize here. If you guys like this video, then like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.